Wow, November 19th, early access for Endwalker is creeping up on us at a rapid rate and will be here before we know it. And I still have some goals that I want to finish before that date comes. Now, I want to be clear here. These are my personal goals. I am not saying that you have to do these things. You know, when it comes to what you have to do to get into Endwalker, it's make sure your MSQ complete looks sort of like this. If it says to be continued, you are ready to get into Endwalker. That's easy enough to do, right? Follow the MSQ and you are golden. But sometimes there are activities that you want to do and complete before the next expansion arrives. You know, outside of finishing the story. Here are my 4 goals that I wanted to complete before Endwalker releases. Number 1. Get a Life of Adventure 4 achievement. So this basically means I want to get all of my Disciple of War and Disciple of Magic jobs to level 80. As you can see from my character sheet, I am basically already there. I just need to finish up on my Dark Knight and Gunbreaker to be done with this goal. There are several reasons I want to do this. One of them is it saves a bunch of armory space when all of your jobs are at the same level. You don't need to worry about carrying a bunch of gear for a variety of levels. It is a real lifesaver. When Endwalker drops and you are getting all that new gear for levels 80 through 90, it'll be so nice having that extra space. You can then save gear and have it ready whenever you begin leveling up the other jobs. A real big plus for having everything at 80, right? The other reason is when Endwalker drops, I know I want to level up a tank, a healer, a physical DPS, and a ranged DPS up to level 90 right away, within the first week. I want to have all the bases covered so I can fulfill different roles as needed. I feel like leveling everything to 80 will give me a much better idea of what I would like to focus on first. At the moment, I know White Mage will be my healer, Ninja will be my physical DPS, Red Mage will be my ranged DPS, and I am still working my way through the tanks. At this moment in time, I think I'd want to take Warrior to 90 first, because it is my favorite. As for Reaper and Sage, I have no idea how I will wind up tackling those. I am a bit frustrated that Square doesn't open these jobs up before the expansion releases. They are making us have to decide if we want to jump right into the new Endwalker content, or grind up a new job from 70 to 80, the day the new content is out. Why are you doing this to us, Square? It seems like cruel and unusual punishment for anyone who wants to play these new jobs. Number 2. Leveling up Disciple of Hand / Disciple of Land. So, when it comes to Disciple of the Hand jobs, I have zero interest in getting every one of those to level 80. I am not a huge fan of crafting, and it's not something I exactly enjoy doing. Maybe one day, but it's not a goal before Endwalker. My goal was to get Alchemist and Culinarian to level 80, because I feel that leveling those to 90 will be helpful with making food and potions for myself. I know at the start of an expansion that food and potions tend to be very expensive, so maybe I could even make a bunch of gil selling some of those hot-ticketed items. The other reason I wanted some Disciple of the Hand jobs at level 80 is that there is usually a beast tribe that requires having the ability to craft to go through their storyline. So it just seemed like a good idea to be ready for that. As for Disciple of the Land, I want to get all those to level 80. I am pretty close, as you can see by my character sheet. I am just missing Botanist. I think after I finish up my last 2 tanks, I will focus really hard on getting Botanist finished. Just like with the Disciple of the Hand jobs, I want to be ready in case a Beast Tribe rep requires a Disciple of the Land to complete. And also being able to gather your own materials is a great way to save gil, and make gil as well. I am in no way gil rich in Final Fantasy XIV, so being able to save wherever I can is really helpful. Number 3. Resistance Weapons. So, another goal I had was getting the resistance weapons for the jobs I really liked. These are basically just glamour at this point. It's not for player power whatsoever. Within a week of Endwalker, I imagine everything I have equipped currently will be replaced. I have some regret because I found I really like Warrior, and I got my resistance weapon for my Paladin, which I am not enjoying nearly as much as Warrior, and I am wondering if I should just get the Resistance weapon for Warrior right now. The thing is, I've already gotten 5 Resistance weapons at this point, and I am already feeling burned out from all the grinding I've already put into it. I am also really liking Dark Knight right now as well. Oh no, maybe there is a lot more grinding for this in my direct future. Now, the reason you may want to do this as well is because when Endwalker comes out, I doubt that there will be as many people running through Zadnor and the Bajin front, which you need to get your resistance weapons. So doing them now, while players are still doing these areas, seems like a really good idea. If you really want your resistance weapons, I think this is one of the few things you really should do now rather than later. Number 4. Finishing up the Beastman Tribe rep grinds. So yeah, I also want to get all the Beastman tribes up to the rep that rewards the mounts. This really has nothing to do with Endwalker's approaching date, it's more of just something I want to do before it releases. I actually enjoy doing the Beastman daily quest. I find the stories to be enjoyable, and the quests are very fast to finish. I am really looking forward to delving into the Arcasadora and Loparides daily quest in Endwalker. This is one of the reasons I want to get as many of the previous Beastman Tribe quests done, so I can just really concentrate on Endwalker. As you can see, I am pretty close to being done with this goal. I'm not sure if I will be able to finish up the last couple of A Realm Reborn reps in time, but I am okay with that. As I said, this one isn't that big of a deal to me. I can easily finish it up after Endwalker releases without too much of a hassle. And so those are my goals before Endwalker. What are your goals before Endwalker drops? Are yours similar to mine, or do you have completely different goals? As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.